Hey everybody, Fatbird Finds here. Hi, it's Thanksgiving weekend and I'm in Lexington visiting Max and Katie and Megan and Luke and having a great time. And of course we got to fit in a little shopping. So here's one of my favorites, Feather Your Nest. I hope you enjoy this video and I hope we find lots of cool stuff. Come on, let's go see. So right off the bat, just as I was hoping, in the front door is Vintage Christmas. I knew I was here on the right time because it's Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday actually, and it's just the perfect time to find Vintage Christmas out in the stores. Look at these putz houses, adorable. There's a cute little baggie of felt ornaments. Very cute. Not a bad price for the little putz houses. I have not started collecting those yet. I do have a cool hutch at my house, and the top shelf of it is very small for little tiny things. And I have been considering maybe a little mini collection of the putz houses for that top shelf of that hutch at Christmas time. I'll have to think about that. Cindy had a cute stocking here at one time. And then look at this guy. A rubber-faced Santa on a stocking? I think that's a new one for me. I'm going to keep him in mind. I don't know what else I'm going to find. I might have to come back for him. What do you guys think? Continuing around the table here, someone put a lot of work into this beautiful little vignette in this cloche. Adorable, a little too fragile for me though. And here's Santa. And I picked him up, and it looks like at one time he did something, but he doesn't have his batteries, and so I ended up leaving him there. Just not quite sure about the condition, that if he works or not. Look at these, you guys. Look at these noisemakers. I didn't get these, but they're really interesting. Would you guys have picked those up? It's a beautiful handmade Christmas tree. And then look over here, a vintage tree topper. And then several bags that are like new in the bag, new old stock is what I'm trying to say. Things on this shelf. There's a reflector, that's cute. And then a little bit of safety pin art here in the ornaments. That says $4.25. Surely I picked those up for $4.25, y'all. I'm gonna look through my stuff again. I don't remember seeing those, but I feel like I had to have picked those up. And on this shelf here, there was some really awesome stuff. I meant to go back to this shelf, actually. You know how when you're shopping around and you think, oh, I'm going to come back to that, and then something else just catches your attention and you don't go back? I love this little Santa Avon bottle. And it was only $5, and I like these little Lefton angels there. Now, those I might have come back and got. These were a little bit too close to retail for me, but look at these, new in the box kits for these beaded ornaments. I vividly remember me and my Aunt Gee making those ornaments together. We made them till our fingers were sore, pushing in the push pins and the sequins. So I guess they've become really collectible. Oh, and you guys, take a look at these. Now, I do wish I had gone back for these. They were $10 a piece. these ornaments. But have you ever seen the mirror reflection like that? It looks like just a whole band of angels rather than just the one angel. I just love how the mirrors perfectly reflect the little plastic vintage angels. Adorable. Then this was a little sweet set of angels, and then this beautiful Madonna and Child. I think she's gorgeous. And now another vintage a holiday craft where someone's made the jewelry tree. They're always pretty to look at. Hey, straying away from the Christmas a little bit, here's a vintage panther. Mid-century modern staple. He was pretty. I liked his green eyes that I'm about to show you here. But the price was just not quite where I would want it to be to pick it up to resell. And then these caught my attention. I love the black and white. I thought they were framed nicely with the red mat and the little simple black frame. And they were kind of like, naturalist prints. I thought those were really pretty, and I thought that one was too. Look at this piece, you guys. Great decanter. I love the green, although the green is not the most desirable color when it comes to the Empoli and the decanters and things like that. But obviously, this is a great piece. Look how tall it is, and look at that stopper. But they had a good price on it. It's hard to do with one hand, right? I'm shaking that tag around, sorry. But then, here we go. There's the price for you, so I'm sure worth it. But worth it for the collector, not so much for the reseller. So fun to look at. And moving over to the next booth, there's a little mid-century modern glass here. There's some Culver glasses. That's a geisha girl, but I'm not sure. I think it's more Indonesian is what it's called. Some sort of Indonesian princess or something like that. We sold that set of glasses before. Those were retail priced at $50-something. And then look at that name. I can't pronounce it, but I just recently saw a seller selling that on Whatnot. That kind of glass, and I wasn't familiar with it. So that was the first time me seeing it out in the wild since I saw that Whatnot sale the other day. Of course, what could be more kitschy, vintagey, mid-century than this acrylic poinsettia? It's great. I think I saw another one similar to that on this trip, and this is the first time I've seen these acrylic poinsettias like this. So I thought those were super fun. And then when I moved it, I was like, oh man, I have just found something good. I did not think that anybody would know what this was. This is Higgins glass, and I hadn't really been aware of that before seeing it on a YouTube video recently. But I love it. Look at that color blocking. And of course it's marked Higgins there at the bottom. But our owner here, our seller, was aware of the Higgins glass and the collectability and has it at $55, which, I mean, oh, I just love that. If I had unlimited funds, I would have bought that for myself. I don't know. There's just something about it that struck me. And we're back to the vintage Christmas. Man, I was not disappointed with the selection of vintage Christmas on this trip. I picked up several of these items. You guys might own one of them already from us. Cute little Santa in his sleigh. And I did not pick up this music box because music boxes boxes are kind of a tough sell, but I thought he was cute. If you guys are in the Lexington area, you should go back and get him. It's very cute. Now, on this shelf, I did pick up a few items. I love the set of choir boys. And I love this little beaded, kind of the tacky plastic, mid-century modern greenery. And these are poinsettias and greenery. So I did pick those up. I thought those were really fun. And then these little choir boys. Great price, $10 for the pair. You can't beat that. $5 each? It's great. Who wouldn't love those sweet little faces? They have these as well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these ladies. They're very pretty. You should go back and get those if you're in the area. I did leave those behind, so I left something for you guys to go get. I just chose the choir boys instead this time. Here is a really cute little set of mini ornaments. Loving those. Still in their box. Still have this price tag, the old original price tags. So those were sweet. But, you know, can't take everything with us, can we? And then lastly in this booth were these little kind of gnomes, but they're kind of too garden gnome-ish for me. They didn't really scream Christmas to me, so I left those behind. The ever popular, trending at the moment, ceramic tree. How many of you all had grandmas that made these and you made fun of them putting them out every year because they were so, quote, old-fashioned? But now they're just all the rage. And look at this tacky vintage Christmas goodness. This is a big, huge Santa head, kind of the blow mold material. $24.95. You know I had to take that home with me. There's a flocked sleigh, Santa and snowman, and those beautiful reindeer. Oh no, this guy is not in very good shape. He looks like he is having a hard time. But this whole shelf was great. Look at these these carolers singing their little hearts out. $19 each. Great. I think that's a great price for those. And then here's some little hanging goodies. And look at this guy. He just was calling out to go home with me. I think, is that $4.95 on that price tag? Yep. And he went home with one of you guys, with a subscriber in one of our sales. So he found a great home. I love him. I hope you guys that bought him love him too. Here's our little knee hugger friend. He doesn't have his hat though. So I left him behind. I feel like he needs his hat, right? Again, this shelf was just a great find. It was just chock full of things that I liked. The ceramic shoe is a great color scheme for the Christmas. These bells were awesome. I just am leery of anything, electronic or battery operated, back from vintage days because, it's bound to be messed up a little bit. They have a great look to them, though, don't they? I wonder what music they played. And then this is, you can tell someone did this in the 80s, right? Or early 90s with the, hunter green and the dark red mats. But I thought they were done extremely well. I liked them, really. Ooh. There's some little birds of happiness, bluebirds of happiness. And leave it to me. I have a knack for picking up the things with no price tags. And I had to get on home. So I did have to leave those little bird friends behind. And let's see what else we can see here. We'll move on to the next booth. And this is exciting because this booth belongs to a viewer and a subscriber. I'll show you the information after we tour through the booth. But she looks like she has a double space here, and she loves it when I come to visit and do a video on the mall. So check this out. Look at these great mid-century modern lamps with that pretty chartreuse green and gold trim. Look at that price. Y'all better rush out and buy those from Miss Jill's booth. Those are so cute. Of course, we can't ship lamps very well, so you guys need those in your lives, though, in the Lexington area. Look at that stained glass hanging lamp. Gorgeous. Loving it. The old rotary phone. And then here's kind of a printer's tray with these printer's blocks. I think I bought some of these before from Jill when I was there. But I always have to take a look at those because I like those a lot. Little collectible tin would make a great mystery box. And we have such a wide assortment in this booth. We've got some vintage, we've got some mid-century, we've got some antiques that are stunning. Just a huge variety. You guys look, check out that vase. I love that. I didn't pick it up to see the bottom, but I think it's Limoges probably, and it's the violets. Love the violets on that light baby blue background. And then I'm looking around here, and then I spot the duck down here. Oh, a big, great Mexican pottery bird. I think it's a duck. And isn't she gorgeous? I probably should have gone back and got this piece. Just a little bit too big because it makes shipping so expensive. But, if you guys, again, whomever's in the area, I think you need this Tenala duck. Did you guys recognize this signature there? Put down in the comments below if you knew that signature on that Mexican pottery piece. I could not make it out. Here's a classic, pretty little Fenton shoe. Just all kinds of cute knickknacks that would be perfect Christmas gifts. I love this chunky brass owl. I love holding him in my hand. And who doesn't need a good pair of brass candlesticks? You guys better go out and snag yourselves a couple of pairs of brass candlesticks. They are really going up in price these days. And here is the booth information. Yesterday's memories. So check that out. Again, it's Lexington, Kentucky area in the Feather Your Nest Antique Mall. And this is booth number 214. Look at him. He's a beautiful glass rabbit. I love him. And then I found this really cool vase. So I did pick this up and take it with me. I want to have a blue and then white and clear sale. So all the items would be blue, white, and clear for that would be after Christmas, for that January icy wintertime. And so I thought this would be perfect, don't you guys? It's got a beautiful Victorian feel, and I just think that it is so pretty. All right, so we're moving on to see the rest of the mall. I spent a lot of time in that booth, but in this one, here is a little deer family. They look vintage. They're pretty, and they're white. You hardly ever see the white. And I did like the red decor, but it looks like it was added later on. It doesn't look like it was original to the deer. So I thought that just might hurt the resale value a little bit, so I did leave those behind. But I thought they were really special. And at the back of the mall, one of the very farthest bag booths is this boho booth with, it's got the succulents there. It's got all the different elements, the natural weaves, the butterflies, that kind of look. Like here's a butterfly in a case. I think it was like $44, $43, and isn't it gorgeous? And then I was still looking here in the shelves. I was after that little piece underneath this one, but when I pulled this out, I thought it was interesting too. Obviously, definitely mid-century vibes on that art piece there. But it was the little lucite butterflies that I was after, and I almost took them, but look, I'm going to show you here. There's just a little too much scuffing and damage to the lucite, and I mean, it's totally to be expected from, use and from the age, but I needed that to be in a little bit better shape to take it with me. Okay, I think you guys are going to like this. Look at these bottle brush trees, and look at this jewelry dealer and how they used jewelry to decorate the trees. Isn't that inventive and ingenious? So it looks like there's like maybe either necklaces or bracelets that you can use at the bottom of the trees. And then they use either brooches, or I think they're mostly clip-on earrings. Because, clip-on earrings are kind of a tough sell. But how cute do they look at the top of these trees? I just love that idea. Had to share that with you. We should all try that. Look at the turquoise beads on that one in the back. Adorable. I put a little lacquer box here. And then these are so interesting. Look at these frogs. I love them. I picked them up, but they're buckles. So I'm not quite sure about selling the buckles. They were only $12. Hindsight's 2020. Probably should have brought those with me. And then, of course, we can't leave Kentucky without some horses. So there's some fancy painted horses there. Those are collectible. Actually, if you come across those cheap enough, you should pick those up. They bring quite a bit of money, $50, $60. Look at this couple. Aren't they fancy? And then as we're looking in this last booth, I just want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. If you enjoy these shop along videos like this one, please like and leave us a comment. It helps tremendously and it doesn't cost you a penny. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, we would love to have you subscribe. That also is free, and then you will know exactly when we drop a video or have a live sale, and we would love to have you join us. In January, we will be back to Flippin and Sippin. That's our Friday night show, Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central. And you're always welcome. We have a sale, we have a drink, we ring in the weekend, and we just have tons of fun. So you're always invited to come and join us for that. And that will be starting again in January of next year. Again, I hope you've had fun with us. And we do hope that you will stay tuned to see what Fatbird finds next. All right. Bye, everybody.
Max, do you want more?
More pancake. Good job.
More pancake? Good job, buddy.